Hello guys and welcome to another video. Today I'm gonna talk about the KV-2 and to be precise, how to use the derp gun wisely. I'm doing this video for the people who just started playing KV-2 and also to people who just can't get it of how to play it and or how I think it should be played. Now let's get to the talking. First of all, I just wanna say that playing KV-2 isn't just like counting 1, 2, 3 or just fire. And people who in montage videos could knock out enemy tanks by just firing and boom, you do a one hit are people who, in my sense, has mastered using the tank. Because one hitting people is not easy at all. You have to know where to hit it if you're using HE. If you wanna do that, you between have to master the tank or ask the pros of how it's done. And for your information, you cannot, I repeat, cannot use HE all the time and splash those HE on the enemy's face and hope for a kill or a one shot. Plus, the guys in the montages who do one shot, they all aim at the side and back part of the tank. Sometimes you can actually one hit the KV-2 on the front, but that's on the lower part of the turret. I still don't get it on how they could one hit the KV-2 from the front, but that's at the weak part or the lower plates. So here's how it is. Second of all, don't rage when you first bought the tank just because you saw people doing one shots in YouTube. Because again, you need to master on how to use it. Or at least know how to use the tank. Tanks don't always match of how you think the tank should do. When you first bought the KV-2, the tank is slow, has a bad gun, has weak armor, and rotates slowly. Even though like that, the turret has kind of somewhat complicated armor, so it's not really a choice to penetrate the turret. And even after you fully upgrade the tank, well, will be faster but still kinda slow. The bad gun is replaced and the armor becomes better, but the reload sucks, turret traverse is slow and also rotates slowly. When you first bought the tank, you have to be ready on the hardships you'll go through with the tank. You will not only has a lousy gun that reloads slowly, but because of that, you both get ring or circle of death, being almost dead before you can fire, and being one shot by another KV-2, and all of that was by personal experience. Believe me, I've been one shot by KV-2 for like 5 times. It's seriously something else that the enemy KV-2 can one shot you, but you can't one shot the enemy. So here's what you need to know. First, fire wisely, and when I said wisely, I really mean it. That 24-second reload is gonna take a while once you fire, and in that 24 seconds, a lot of things could happen. So you have to fire wisely. Actually, really wisely. Because in that 24 seconds, one of your teammates could die, one of the enemy could die, and so on. Second, pick your target wisely. It is utterly a bad idea to fight an enemy's heavy if you can't penetrate them. You also need to have a friend to distract the enemy because you have that 24-second reload, which is really long. Because if you're the one who's facing the enemy, you'll dish out small damage, about 300 plus, because you can't penetrate the enemy with using your armor AP rounds. The HE damage itself will be around 300 plus. It's kinda big, but it's not worth it because the reload is 24 seconds. If you wanna fight a heavy, you have to distance yourself so that you can aim at the lower plate, and using AP is the utmost of importance, because if you use HE, you'll just splash them and you'll just get 400 to 500 damage. Well, if you use AP, you can rack up from 600 to 800 damage. Actually, yes, it's 800, but it's probably around 500 still. And do not, I repeat, do not always use HE, because even though the damage is at the minimum should be 720, you can actually just get 300 or even 200 from one shot, and it's totally not worth it. Third, the ammo. And as I've said before, if you just splash the enemy around using HE without caring where you're going to hit, you could just get 300 damage, and it would be just a waste. You have to know when to use DHE and when to use AP. People who do one shots when shooting at the opponent head on is just between luck or carefully measuring how the bullet will drop and where it will hit. Yes, and yes, I've been one hit by KV-2 as I've mentioned before, but that's just a mere luck, really. Fourth, you have to consider about the speed and weight of the ammo. KV-2's ammo shots is kinda slow, and because the bullet is heavy, it has quite a drop. So you need to calculate it. And last but not least, the fifth, when you should fire. This one is actually based on you on how or when you wanna fire. Just remember that you cannot waste any shot. But for me, if you're not spotted or in a TD spot, gosh, why are you doing that? Because you're a heavy and you're in TD spot. That's in the back of the row. You have to take your time and aim at the weak spots, and also try to predict if the enemy is gonna rotate or if the enemy is gonna stay still. I'm gonna show you a few battle replays and then I'm gonna play one myself. So here's one. As you can see, I loaded HE shots because I'm probably gonna face the Tiger or the ARL or the M6, which frontally has good armor on the turret, and because the KV-2 doesn't have good penetration, it can't penetrate the weak spots. It also has bad depression, so it probably can't hit the weak spot on the front turret of the ARL, so it's not reliable on the accuracy. As you can see here, I'm trying to flank the enemy, but because I see that ARL, I'm trying to be careful. And as you can see, I load AP and shoot at him. Because if I just load HE, it will be at minimum damage, like 300 or 400, maximum at 500. And if you're asking on why I'm not looking right or back part, it's because the back part or the right part of the enemy is a heavy, so plus they have to climb, which in terms of engine power is not a good one. If you're seeing here that I'm not using HE at all, it's because I can't get to the back of the enemy. And if you can't get to the back part of the enemy, you won't get the big damage. As you can see, I used AP because I'm really not sure if HE can do 720 plus because it's a tiger which has really good armor, and KV-2 has bad armor penetration. Now I'm gonna show you guys a live gameplay. Hopefully you guys can see on how to do it and how to when to use HE. Also, if in this video I lack anything, you could just say it in the comment section below. Okay. The thunder is kind of a medium. It is from a KV-1S, and the KV-1S is kind of fast, so it's kind of versatile. Because we are facing the KV-2 and the M6, I'm probably gonna use AP. But if the M6 is the no, the M6 is not the one who appeared first in my view. So I'm just gonna use AP. Let's see. Wow, 666 damage. That's something else. And if I forgot to mention this, but KV-2 is, oh gosh, that TD. KV-2 is a damage dealer and not a killer. If you kill enemies with low hit points, then you're doing the wrong move, because you're not using the full potential of KV-2's damage. Oh. I should have seen that. Sorry guys for a bad one. But by now you should get on how to play, and you don't wanna to do like how I just did on pushing the enemy, because it's a bad idea. Sorry for that one. I'm also not the best of player, so sorry about that too. But I do know how to play it, so that's why I'm making this video. Some KV-2 players just use HE all the time and not use AP because they thought that by using AP they could dish out maximum damage. That in every way is wrong. Because you cannot dish maximum damage using HE if you're on the front part or even the side part, because again it doesn't have armor. But there's an exceptional for the Hellcat, because the Hellcat really doesn't have armor. Like, it really doesn't have armor. I'm gonna show you guys what I mean by it doesn't have armor. As you can see, the enemy has a Hellcat, and we have 2 KV-2, which means it's a nightmare for the Hellcat. I'm just gonna skip to the part. If you guys maybe were asking on why I used AC on the first when I wanted to shoot the KV-2, because I thought maybe enemy KV-2s can see the weak spot on my turret, so they hit that part. But actually, after checking armor inspector, it's a percentage of getting out the damage. Like on the front part of the turret with the KV-2 armor, the lower part, it's actually 99% damage output if I'm not wrong, so that's why I can't get one-shotted by enemy KV-2s. As you can see, the Hellcat really doesn't have armor, even on the front part. That's why this happens. This is because the enemy doesn't have armor. It's not because of luck. This is just because the enemy doesn't have any armor. So thank you guys for watching my video and see you guys in the next video. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and also share to your friends so my channel could grow.